it's Haley, and today I'm going to be talking about my required reading for my first semester of third year. So often in TBR videos, I'll also mention the books that I have to read for school that month, and a lot of you guys have asked for a video just talking about the kinds of books that I have to read for school, basically just my required reading list, so I decided I would do that for you guys. And if you're wondering about my whole schooling, I am an English and creative writing major. Right now I'm just English, but this year I'm upgrading it to creative writing as well, and I am going into my third year. Well, I'm in my third year presently, and it is like my literal personal hell. It is the worst year that I have had ever. I am so busy. You don't even want to get into it. But anyways, a lot of you guys ask questions about that, and sometimes you guys have your replies turned off so I can't answer them, so I hope that answers your questions. But yeah, I'm just going to get into the required reading that I have this semester. But I'll first just go through the book that I have to read for my creative writing class, and that is David Lodge's The Art of Fiction. We're kind of slowly making our way through this, like chapter by chapter, and it's a really helpful book so far. It kind of teaches by example, and it has like all these different kinds of writing styles. Like it talks about beginning stories, it talks about magical realism, naming your character's point of view, all that kind of stuff is in this book, and it's really concise. The chapters are really short, and it's really been quite helpful so far. Then for my editing and publishing practicum, we're currently in the editing portion of the course, so we are working with a publishing company, with an author, and we are working with her to publish her book. So this book is going to be available for you guys to purchase. I will let you guys know closer to probably like March. I'll have more information. That's going to be closer to the publication date, but it's going to be out in April, and I think you guys would really enjoy it. It's super cool. It's basically, we had to read the manuscript and now we're going to edit it, and it's about the news, but it's poetry. So the author takes poetry and uses it as a new vehicle to convey the news, and she really poeticizes it. It's really, really cool, and you guys would really enjoy it. It's really been awesome to work on it. So we had to read that manuscript, and then we also had to read 2 other manuscripts for the 2 other authors that other people are working on, so we had to read those. In total it was like 600 pages of reading in the first like couple weeks of school, and it was just a lot. Then the other class I'm taking is American Literature from the Civil War to the Realist period. So we have 3 novels to read for that, as well as a few short stories. So the first one is The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain. We already read this and studied it. We just finished it yesterday. And I did enjoy this one. I didn't love it though. It's not really my kind of children's novel. I do usually really love children's classics generally, but this one's not really my cup of tea, just with the dialect and all that. But it is really interesting to kind of see Mark Twain writing about race in such a way in such a period. So it was really interesting to study in class. And then the next novel that we're working on is more of a novella, and that is Daisy Miller by Henry James. I have read this. It was okay. I wasn't really a huge fan. I mean, nothing really happens and then people die. Like, it's just kind of like meh. It's not really my cup of tea, but it is really short. It's like 50 pages, and we're starting studying this tomorrow actually. So I might end up enjoying it more after I do study it in class, because sometimes that does happen. But yeah, as of now, I'm just kind of like meh. It's the typical, like, there's this girl, she wants to be like prim and proper, and then it's boring basically. The next book is The Awakening by Kate Chopin. I haven't started this one yet, but I do have to have it read for the end of October, so I think I'm going to read it next week. But I've heard really great things about this book. People seem to really love it. Whenever I mention it, someone comments saying that they love it, so I'm hoping that I will enjoy it. All that I really know about it right now is that it's pretty radical in the fact that the main character is a married woman, but she's showing affection for another man, and it's not really like, the book isn't making it a frowned upon thing, so I am excited for that. Then the last class that I have readings for is my Shakespeare class, which has the most readings. So the first couple that we've already read, we started with Titus Andronicus, which is a very interesting play. It's definitely the bloodiest of Shakespeare's plays that I've read. It's pretty gory, and it's also kind of funny in the fact that it's gory, but it's also really just brutal and kind of shocking. It doesn't seem like a Shakespeare play. Like, when you read his other plays, this doesn't really seem like those, but I did enjoy it. I love Shakespeare, so I enjoyed it. And then we're currently reading Romeo and Juliet, so this was a reread for me, even though I read it in grade 9 and I didn't actually really read it, but I did really love it when I read it this time. I just think it's a timeless story, and I just think it's kind of funny like how all these accidents lead to this terrible end. If you're gonna read one Shakespeare play, I would say this is a good one to read, especially since it is so popular. It's not my absolute favorite, but I did really enjoy it. Then we also had to read The Two Gentlemen of Verona. I'm doing a group project on this one, so I've already read it even though we don't have to read it yet. We haven't studied it in class yet, but this one I think might be my least favorite Shakespeare play. I just didn't really like it at all. I didn't like the characters. I don't know. I gave it, I think, 3 stars on Goodreads. It's just not really, meh. Then the other one that we have to read is The Taming of the Shrew. This one I believe is another one of his comedies, and I always I generally love Shakespeare's comedies, so I'm very excited for this one. This one is a fairly popular one as well. I don't know too much about it, but I am really excited to read it. And the last one is The Merchant of Venice, which is also a reread for me. I read this one in grade 10, but I once again didn't actually read it, so it's gonna be kind of like reading it for the first time, but this is definitely one of the more popular ones, and I do remember quite a bit from it, so I am excited to read it again now that I really love Shakespeare and it's something that I'm passionate about. And as I mentioned like a month ago or so, I do plan on doing a guide to Shakespeare video, but I haven't done it yet because I'm still trying to kind of find like the perfect way to read Shakespeare so that I can give you guys really great tips. And since I do have this class this semester, it'll probably come closer to the end of the year, like November, December. I do think I have like a pretty solid strategy right now. That would be helpful for you guys, so it might come sooner than that, but like I said, I do want it to be a really good video, which is why you guys are still waiting for it. And same goes with my study tips for English majors. I was going to do that video in the summer, but I got way too busy and I didn't want to just throw it together in 2 seconds, so that one might also be coming at the end of the year since I'll have like all my notes and all my study tips all down, and yeah. So yeah, those are all of my required reads for the fall semester. Let me know what some of your required reads are, and if you wanted to watch my last video, it'll be linked over here. Don't forget to subscribe. I put out new videos every Tuesday and Thursday, and if you wanted to follow me on social media, I have Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram, and my username for all of those is @HalesHeartsNYC. All that is linked down below as well, and I also have Goodreads, which will be linked down below. I don't think I have a username on that. It's just h.leblanc. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!